look what's turned up. Let's open it up and reveal. So with this one comes a special letter because I was an early supporter, so put my money down a couple of months ago, and getting a letter with it saying thank you for your early support. So this is the little brother. So we bought this I think over a year ago now. It might be getting on for 2 years, and I think these are pretty much the same in size. They just updated it. Now this is Cosmo, and this is obviously a vector. Now Cosmo requires a mobile phone to actually work, so you must have a mobile connected to him. If you disconnect the mobile, he just falls asleep, and he doesn't return to the docking station either. But if you want to check out that review, I'll link it below and also put it in the card, and it will pop up on the screen there so you can see that. That video's got almost 600,000 views, well over 600,000 views. I think almost 610,000 views at the time of filming this. So we're just going to do an update review on Vector. Oh wow, there he is, Vector. Wow. Okay, so let's just remove him. Oh wow, he's got a little gold back on him. Looking good, Vector. Looking good. And of course we're going to have to get him on charge as well. You get the instruction manual there. We've got a cube. Appears to be the only cube. Now with Cosmo, we've got 3 cubes. So 1 cube with Vector, not 3. This is a solid plastic finish, and that's it. That's all that's in the box. So some of the advantages of Vector over Cosmo is the fact that he will return to the charging station. Also voice commands, can take pictures, and all sorts of things, and it's standalone. You do not need a mobile phone to make it work, you just need an internet connection, and it do all those sorts of things. So it's almost like a robot Alexa in that respect. But the fact that he'll play all day and keep himself charged up is a massive bonus, and the fact he doesn't need to be connected to a mobile phone really stretches it. Now with Cosmo, the number of games that have been available for him have just increased and increased and increased, and we've started playing with it more and more recently. In fact, the boys have been asking, can we go with Cosmo, can we play with him? So he's been really advancing along, but I'm looking forward to this latest release to see what this has to offer. Okay, so we're putting him on charge now for the first time. Boom, there we go, on charge. Bit of movement there, but we'll let him charge up to full, and then I'll reapproach this. Oh wow, what's it doing? Okay, so it's booting up. So at this point in time, there isn't even an app within the App Store. So if I search Vector, there is no Vector in here for Anki. Currently, it's supposed to be released at 10 o'clock tonight, so this is really, really new on the market. So nothing for Vector Anki. So we just got to wait until 10 PM. It's 20:52 on 9th of October 2018. So we will see, and we'll wait for this little guy to charge, and hopefully then by the time that's all done, we'll have the app and we'll be able to set him up and use him. Hey, there it is. Starting to download it. Let's see what's on offer here then. Vector, it's official. You now live in the time when robot sidekicks are real. Welcome. Sweet. Let's go. Confirm language. Yep, let's go with that. Continue. Place Vector on charger. He is. Pull cube tab. Right, let's pull the cube tab. Come on. Wow. It's not happening one-handed. Oh, it's there. It is there. I have pulled the cube tab. Done that. Log in. Oh no, I've got to remember my logins. So I've logged in. Well, I created a new account because I cannot remember any of my details, and password reset's not working. Allow anonymized usage data collection. Well, let's just say continue to that. Create your Anki account, select your email, blah, blah, blah. Keep me up to date. Nah. Creating an account. An active email. Oh, okay. Click the link in the activation email in order to continue. Well, I've logged in and vector S3J1, which is what is there, is now available. So let's do that. Vector is ready to connect. Vector needs to pair with your device via Bluetooth. Start pairing, place Vector on his charger, then quickly press the button on his back twice. Button on his back? He has a button on his back? Well, I've pressed it twice. Nothing. Okay, let's try it again. 1, 2. Nothing. Okay. Vector needs to pair with your device via Bluetooth. Start pairing, place Vector on his charger, then quickly press the button on his back twice. Okay, I wonder if he's not getting enough power from the USB. I've got the 5-volt output. Let me plug him into a mains, which as far as I know is still 5-volt, but nothing's happening there. Okay, let's try again. 1, 2. So I pressed it twice. Oh, there we go. Enter key code shown on Vector's screen. Sweet. 33 7494. Connect. Vector is about to search for available Wi-Fi networks before he starts. Make sure the Vector is near your Wi-Fi. Yeah, find networks. Sky, that'll be us. And then he's got that on his little screen. Okay, pressing it. Enter the password. So let's do that. Join network. Boom. Connecting Vector to Wi-Fi. Okay. Cancel. Connecting Vector to Wi-Fi. Still doing that little face. Okay, Vector is now connected to Wi-Fi. Tap continue to update Vector to the latest version. Okay, well, let's do that. Time left. Downloading update. So now he's got a little cloud face on him. Now connected to the World Wide Web. So we'll just leave him on his charger until the update is complete. There is no times written on there. Still not, but I'll come back when there is. Learn what Vector can do. Explore the Vector app to discover. Customize Vector's eye color. Wow, so you can change all sorts of stuff. But the time left, the bar is there, and it is taking ages. So this is going to take some time to do an update, I think, unless it suddenly changes. So I'll leave it with that and go from there. So it's 22:32 currently, and we'll see how long this takes. Well, so it's done its update. It's now 23, you can't see it, 23:01. Vector is now updated. Tap continue to complete setting up your new Vector. So it's got that on the screen, telling you that you're on the app, and that's what you got to do. Select your location, Vector's location, that ain't California. Europe, London, Celsius, clock, 12 hours, let's continue. Let's make Vector ready to go, reconnecting. Cloud, connecting to the cube's ready to go, the battery's all good. Cloud, it says connecting, currently not working. If it'll do its thing. Oh, ready, so it's just come back. Continue, Vector is now registered with your Anki account. Okay. Ooh, look at Vector as he wakes up. So, let me put this down in case it interferes with him. Hi, Vector. He's listening to me. Wow. Got a real character. Real character. Vector? Vector? Hi, Vector. What's the weather like today? Oh, he's saying he can't. It's not connected to the internet. And what's happened here is it's saying you need to be connected to the same network, which is 2.4 gigahertz, of course. So I better go away and just double check that and connect to the right one. Okay, what it seemed to be is that it's just away from the Wi-Fi on this table where I'm filming now. Wow, you didn't like that. So then you get the error message, and it does this. If you kill the app and restart it it won't find it. If you put it near the router, it won't reconnect. But if you kill the app and restart it, it connects straight away. So I'm gonna go over near where the router is. All right, there he is, back down again. Let's say try again, see if this can actually work. There we go. Hey Vector. Hey Vector. Ooh. Come here. Hey Vector. Come here. Okay, let's go and head over this way, see what he does. Hey Vector. Come here. Nothing. So I think doesn't do anything at all. But let's just try. Oh no, he is. He's coming here now. Is that a chance, or is that because he's actually done it? No, I don't know. Hey, there he is. There we go. Face recognition. Say Vector. Pause with Vector's response, and then say my name is. Okay. Okay, let's try that. Let's put him here. Hey Vector, come here. Hey Vector, my name is Daddy. There you go. So then things to try, utilities, stats, Q&A mode, entertainment, and then what we got? Interact, robot info. Okay, entertainment, blackjack, give me a flat pump, cube tricks, dance to a beat, exploration. Okay. Let's try and take a photo. Hey Vector, take a photo. I wonder where it stored that. Well, I've just missed it, but he's been playing around for about, I don't know, 15 minutes on his own. And then he had error code written across the front of his screen. He shut down, 915 was the error code. And he's just as I went to go grab the camera and film it, he booted back up again. And he's moving around again. So I'm not sure what that was all about. What do you think of the new Cosmo girl?
Really good.
Except for he's not called Cosmo, is he?
No.
It's called Vector. Oh, leave the curtains open, it's not night time. So it turns out he cannot be trusted to be left on his own. He's been fine. He's probably been going a couple of hours. Yesterday, 30 minutes today maybe. And then just look round, eating my dinner, and that's where he is. In a very, very precarious position. Admittedly, he hasn't fallen off, but that is not great, which means he actually will not get back off there. He's sat there looking very sorry for himself. So I'm going to have to push him back on. There we are. He didn't fall off, admittedly, but he was stuck there completely. Well, here we are. I would probably say it's been about over a month, about probably 5 or 6 weeks since I got Vector. And I have to say, I am massively disappointed with it in comparison to Cosmo. He comes with one cube, which he does very little with at all, in comparison to Cosmo, where he will stack them into a triangle. He will put them in a line. You can have a stack which he knocks over. He does loads of different things with them. Bit annoying because you have the batteries are weird batteries you have to put in them. They're not standard ones and they're not cheap. They do last a while. Secondly, you need to have a mobile phone running, or a tablet, whatever, another device to make him work. Biggest disadvantage, with him, is that you actually need a device. So if the kids want to play with it, if you're about to go out to work, for example, and they want to play with him in the morning, you can't leave them your phone. So they can't really use him with that device. Definitely can't use him with that device. I was thinking, well, that's all the problem solved with this dude. He is gonna be awesome. But it just isn't. It's very frustrating because of the features of Cosmo, the amount of playability with him, shall we say. So because you've got the device with you can play loads of games with him. Loads of games, like endless amounts of games more or less. And there's customized games that people have done and they've been put onto him to play. You can download them. With this dude, there's next to nothing you can do with him. So he's designed at this point in time, at this time of filming, this is. So I have, in summary, I have hope for the future, but it could be months, it could be a year. For instance, Cosmo gained massive features over the course of a year or two. Hoping that's going to be the same for Vector. But I've got to, currently, honestly, I wouldn't buy one. I'm disappointed with my purchase. There's very few gadgets actually I'm disappointed with. He's a bit rubbish. He drives out of his little workstation. And so he'll go back on charge, which Cosmo won't. So I thought, brilliant, he'd go back on charge himself. Very often can't go back on charge, gets lost or gets stuck. When he does go back on charge, every few minutes, his wheels spin backwards. I think it's when you're talking, it's supposed to mimic like he's asleep and he's dreaming. But it makes a heck of a noise. It's like, oh, you're kidding me. And he just won't shut up. Keeps on going. If you say, Cosmo, Vector, be quiet, sometimes you hear the command and he'll sit still for a while and then he wakes back up again. And it's just a nuisance, to be honest. It's not as fun. The fun's gone. He's supposed to do all these amazing things, but he doesn't do them yet. And very often he'll end up coming out and getting stuck like that. So he'll sit there like that, can't move. And he's fallen on the floor a couple of times. But more often than not, he sits like that. And then the battery goes dead and he's got no charge in him. Same as when he comes off charge. He comes off charge and then won't go back on. And so he can very often come back and he's sat like that or like that. And it's just dead. So you need to pick it up, put it on there and go, right. Then he has to charge. But very often you'll put him back on there and he will go, oh, you put me on charge. And he goes, oh, yeah, I've woken up. And he'll slide off, go, oh, I need to go home. Go zzz, and then die immediately after you put him back on charge. So you put him on charge, walk away, and he comes straight off and goes dead. So you have to pick him back up again and put him back on, and eventually he goes, oh, actually, I'll stay on this charger and charge up. So, I mean, this is a bit of a jump ahead. I've run through some of the features with him, but this is now after 6 weeks of ownership. It's a big disappointment. And for the money, I would not recommend it at this point in time until some amazing features come out, which I'm presuming they will do, but currently, not really, no. He's a standalone unit and that's separated you from the experience to a degree. Whereas because you've got to have a device with Cosmo, you're involved, you've dedicated that time to sit there, and the number of games are more or less endless. So you can have an hour of entertainment with this little dude, whereas this one, not really. You can ask him what the weather's like, which he sometimes hears, and some basic other things, but other than that, your interaction is minimal. It's funny for the first few times, and then it's just repetitive and quite boring. So a long way to go in development side of this to make him entertaining and playable. As a standalone unit, he can't even get some of those things right. It's a square, it's a flat edge table, it's a 90 degree. It's not a complicated angle, but keeps get himself caught on it and just goes dead. That is what I'm talking about. Very annoying when you're trying to watch a film. So you almost need to take him away from there and go and put him in the back of a corner somewhere where you're not going to hear him, because he keeps on like that all the time. Very frustrating. Seems like a good idea. Not a good idea. Never had any of this friction with Cosmo. He's off. You don't need him back on. He's not intelligent when he's left on his own. You say to him, go to sleep. He'll go to sleep for a short while and then be back up again, making a little noise again. You have to say it to him again. It's just, I don't know. It's a big shame. Currently, there you go, doing it again. Look, how long was that gap between the first time he did that and the second time? Seconds, 30 seconds. Yeah, so this one, so he's snoring, which is very annoying as well. Cute to start with, it soon becomes not cute. So really, in summary, at the time of this recording, look at the date of the video, because obviously this will be stuck up for years, so at some point it'll probably become ridiculously good and be fully enhanced kind of thing. But currently, don't waste your money so far. If you can, get a cheap deal on the original Cosmo. That's more fun, but remember, you need a device. So even then, that was its lacking, but it hasn't been solved in this one because it only comes with 1 cube. You don't get the 3 cubes, you don't get the games that Cosmo's got. You lose all of that in favor of him being independent. Now that independence brings forward a detachment from being able to actually enjoy time playing against a computer robot, basically. So you do lose that, and that was actually what made Cosmo fun, was the interaction. You lose that, you get some voice ability, very limited number of commands, and 6 weeks have gone by, probably about 8 weeks, see what I mean? It's 8 weeks since I've owned it, and nothing really has changed at all. There's been a couple of updates, but nothing major, which is a real shame. So I got them on the day of release and nothing's really changed since. And that's just frustrating. So there you go. Pretty pointless at this point in time, I must admit. Very disappointed with it. Wouldn't recommend buying one at all. Save your money entirely, or if you need to get one, get this little dude here. Probably get them a lot cheaper now than he originally was, and it's actually more fun. And the voice, I'm not so keen on the voice of this one either. So Cosmo's hilarious, and remains hilarious 2 years later. Not funny. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about it's not quite right yet. I'm hoping they sort it out, but I hope this video has helped. Sorry for the long summary, but it's quite an expensive purchase for what it is, and it's definitely not worth the money in its current state. I think you too will be disappointed with it, most likely. So stay away. Go for him. Go for Cosmo. Just remember, you need a device for the kids to use at the same time, or adults, that's like a free device that you're not really tethered to. You don't need to take it with you, and then it can be used endlessly pretty much. So yeah, definitely would recommend this and wholeheartedly. Brilliant fun, great fun, not so much that one. And here we are in the evening. Guess what? Left him for a couple of hours. Nope, hopeless, isn't he? Get one of these instead.